So we're here in Olargues in France for the Enduro World Series round 3.
This is a beautiful part of the world and I would love to come and spend some more time here.
When you hear the history of the town that we're in and the town that we're riding around, like these trails that we're riding were around in the Roman times.
We're in France, round 3 of the World Enduro, and it's windy.
You know, you can say whatever you want because all John can hear is
Yeah.
The tracks here just are so different. Like they're so rocky and raw, and there's not so much dirt. It's more rock and gravel and granite, and that's dramatically different to anything else. My best stage of the weekend, and it's pretty funny, like it was all dirt. You know, it was majority a dirt trail and fresh trail and berms and wild and loamy. And
I lived in France a little bit a couple of years ago and was on a French team, and I grew to really like French tracks.
It was good, pretty wide open and rocky. Awesome way to start the day, and now I think we're getting to some more fun, flowy, loose, loamy stuff, so should be good.
yeah. Pretty wild. Man, you drop through the chunder at the top. I bet it just goes like mega steep and wah, 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 all the way down. It's pretty cool. I don't know if I like... Actually, yeah, it's what I expected. It was pretty up there. A couple of sneaky French lines here and there that you got to pay attention to. Otherwise, it's pretty good. You can't come to France and not stock up on croissants. Palski said, it's good fat, it's good butter, it's fat, it's good for you. You eat croissants, it's good for you. So yeah. Bon appetit.
Race day, day 1. Let's do this. Woo! We heard from a local guy this morning that it's just gonna be like this all day.
It's gonna
And then
piss down.
no,
There's
and then
gonna be a
nope,
thunderstorm.
nope, and then at 5 o'clock it will rain. At 5 it will rain. And then tomorrow it'll be like this again, but no rain. The locals told me that. I would prefer it to not rain, but we're still gonna race.
We knew it was coming, and we knew the tracks would get quite wet, and there's a lot of moss on the rock as well, so it just made the rocks ice to ride down. And
Come on, McKay. Come on, McKay. Go, go, go. Coming for you.
after day 1 to be sitting in 12th, I was mega stoked. You know, I had a really good stage 2, really attacked that stage. The other stages I got caught out in the rain on stage 3, and it wasn't that wet, but I got caught out with my goggles. Like they were just so foggy, and they fogged up in the gnarliest section of the track pretty much. And then I tried to pop the lens out, and then I tried to take them off, and by the time I took them off, I just threw them on my arm, and the next section's like, I don't know, maybe 850 wide, and my bars are 760, and these things are dangling around my arm like crazy. So I was pretty terrified they were going to get hung up on a spectator or a rock or a tree or whatever.
Whoa! Dropped into the urban stage, and right away I was like, oh, this is super slippery. And about like third corner in, I had a big like push of the front wheel, and I was like, okay, we're just gonna survive. The stage was only like a minute long, so I was like, you know, there's no way I can lose that much time on this thing. But still, somehow I was able to come 143rd on the stage, even though I thought I went all right.
I won stage 4,
Hey, Sparky.
which is pretty awesome. Pretty stoked on that.
Let's do that.
It's a bit of a surprise because I didn't feel like I was going super fast, but I don't think you can go because it was just a really awkward, slippery, urban stage. I think, yeah, it was just smooth and lay off the brakes where I should.
Blinded. Stage 2, started really good, and then I kind of missed the line that was key in the middle and lost definitely a bit of time there. But then after that, I was like, you know what? That just happened. Keep going. Sent a really big huck just for fun, because that's what bike riding is about, having fun.
When you ride trails and you think, whoa, geez, that'd be gnarly in the wet. That pretty much should be the EWS slogan. You start to see your reflection off the rocks as you come down, and you're just like, I'm not even going to use my brakes. I'm just, oh, there's a rock, I'll use that one. Yeah! You bounce off that and keep going, and then it just turns diabolical. Try to be a hero and be all French on these mega jank turns. I got this, went up the wall, yeah, just slipped straight off it. Then like went to step around the corner and foot plant, boom, and then looped out backwards and just full on squid tour 101 through like 4 or 5 different corners.
Here we go. Number 2. Let's see what happens. The real race was on Sunday, where there's a bunch of guys that weren't even in the top 30 overall, but come Sunday on that super steep technical riding, they showed their skill and bumped it way up, so it was pretty crazy. Some stuff's super slippery and then some stuff's all right, but I'm feeling that number 6 is going to be a lot more slick just because it's like more on the shaded side of the hill.
And got the rain overnight, and then Sunday, race day, the tracks had seen some water, and it was just mud on the rocks, and it was dicey the whole way down.
Stage 8 started off great, you know. We dropped into stage 8, 6 hours in the legs already. It was the end of 4 really big days, so it was definitely pretty gnarly to drop into the gnarliest stage of the weekend after 6 hours. And with the rain and the end of it and all the rocks and how slippery they were, everyone was pretty nervous and pretty terrified about it. The positives are definitely there, you know, like I had the pace on one of the stages and was right up there with the boys, and even in the wet on stage 3 with my goggles, it was still a 20-something. Stage 1 was a smooth result, it was still in the 20s, so it was day 2, I struggled with the wet, but I started to sort it out and started to ride reasonably well, and every stage I had majority of the stage, I felt like it was on the pace, and it was riding well, and I had a taste of that speed and I could feel it. But it's the other sections of track where I'd either crash or dab or get held up in the rocks, and that's the stuff that bleeds your time. You know, EWS is so competitive now that every time you like pause or hesitate, bang, there's more time.
I'm happy with what I did, and I'm still think there's more in the tank. I showed that I have the speed to be in the top 20, and I'm excited to like keep moving forward. It's definitely a result to build off of.
I got a few pretty good stage results this weekend, and but all on the most technical tracks, and on the pedally tracks I was a bit further behind, which that makes sense because I was a little bit sick and had lung stuff. So yeah, I'm happy. I think it's moving in the right direction, and I'm feeling good on the bike. My bike's set up amazing at the moment and just feel really comfortable on it, and now just get that last little bit of fitness and go forward from there.